Welcome, One Stars and fellow YouTubians. Cynthia here from Tea with the Universe. Thank you for joining me. I have Daphne from Daphne's Healing Hands with us today, and I also have Melissa from Hayward's Eclectic, who's going to be talking about different tea blends. So join us. Are you ready to be the being you were born to be? So Daphne, before we get started, remind everyone what you're all about.
Oh, well, my goodness. I run a business called Daphne's Healing Hands. Thank you so much, Melissa, for welcoming me today so I can learn from you. But what I do is I design and build custom pieces of crystal healing jewelry while meeting people where they're at with love to help them to be the best beings that they can be. I'm here to encourage people to step into their power and release and let go of anything they don't need. That's basically what I do.
Perfect. Hi, Bryans. And yes, thank you, Melissa, for having us into your home and being a guest on Tea with the Universe. Now, please share with us all the magic that you do.
I don't even know
Hi,
where to
Beanie.
start, honestly.
What got you into this?
The need for not being able to use medical prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
The family has a lot of aversions to a lot of prescriptions and stuff, even general over-the-counter things. Some things work adversely on us, or some things don't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the little one here, and on this one, meds don't work very much on him either. So I had to find a natural alternative route to help fix our medical issues.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. So tell us what you do and how you do it, or give us a quick rundown.
Well, if I can grow the herbs, botanicals, collect, wild harvest and collect any of the resins, mushrooms, and berries, anything that's like that, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I do have a very lovely Chinese friend who gets me a lot of things from her family in China. Like all of my tea bases come from her.
That's okay.
Hi, Lynn.
Lynn. Who's Lynn?
And basically just a lot of studying of the metaphysical, magical, and medical sides of all of the herbs and how they combine to best help the body enhance its natural healing abilities.
That's beautiful.
Okay, and what you've prepared something for us today. What are we drinking today?
Today is a blend that's called Refresh. It is a white tea base, so very, very little caffeine.
Yes,
It has calendula, nettle, and some mint for flavor.
absolutely.
And what are the benefits of this tea?
Yes,
It
it
is
is really tasty. Well, we have the mint for that uplift, refresh part, the white tea, which it gives you all of the great benefits and detox of a normal green tea.
Mm-hmm.
We have nettles, which always is a good boost for pretty much anything in your body. And calendula just helps to keep things clean and moving.
Okay, and now I see you have your tea blends book and a few other tea blends with you and a little setup right here. So what do we have going on right
Well,
there?
I figured I would whip up a batch for you.
That'd be awesome.
Perfect. That would be
Let's
wonderful.
whip away.
And the tea blends book is here is in case I forgot anything about any of the herbs and any questions that are asked because I can't remember everything.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Shush, guys, okay? Now, when working with nettle, if you do not have the natural abilities to basically negate the oils in the plant, then please wear gloves at all times. Even if it's dry, the oils will still affect you.
So what effect? What happens?
It'll sting you.
These are stinging nettles. So you
Okay.
get the stinging, the tingling, the itching, sometimes a rash in some cases.
Okay.
Some people are actually, they don't have that allergic reaction. Brian doesn't have that allergic reaction, so he can play with nettles all day. You do not either, I know. But if they touch you after doing it, you will still get a reaction.
And where do you get those nettles?
These are wild harvested out of the bush about an hour north of here where there is no cell reception.
Perfect.
Completely pesticide and herbicide free, which is a big thing. I don't really measure a whole lot when I do
You
this.
measure with love.
Yes, feeling. It's a feeling.
Hey.
Yes.
You already touched them.
Baba, can you please? Thank you.
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
So we have our white tea base. So that was nettle that's in there.
Okay.
And the white tea is normal green tea. It's just processed a lot sooner. So it's a lot younger and it still has this white fuzz on it. That's what gives it the name. It also has a little bit, it's the least amount of caffeine you can get for a green tea.
Okay.
But even though they say they're uncaffeinated, they're not. Still have caffeine.
So any tea that is sold as a decaf or uncaffeinated still has caffeine in it?
If it actually has tea leaf. If it is
Okay.
an herbal blend without teas in it, then, without a tea leaf in it, then yes, there is no caffeine whatsoever. But any actual tea blend, definite caffeine in it.
Okay.
This is mint, and you can just
love it. Can I smell it?
yes. I just kind of add it in by nose at this point because it just smells
Oh my
delicious.
God.
Oh, yum.
I agree with my mom. Yummy.
And this, from the backyard, it's calendula blossom. And they look like a marigold. They're a cousin to a marigold. And they're so tasty.
They are, I make and calendula tea myself that our beautiful Lynn, who is also a part of the Weekly Wand and a regular guest on Tea with the Universe, provides me with.
It's not.
It's one of my favorite kinds of teas. And speaking of that, let me put up one of our questions.
I have one more.
One more. No more after that, okay?
Can
Can't have
I
too much. Here you go. Be gentle. It's
Do you drink tea?
And then you gotta break up the blossoms in there. Is that what you're doing?
I do. I just like break them up in halves or quarters, whichever they'll snap to. Because sometimes they don't snap very well.
Mm-hmm.
If sometimes I'll just hang the nettles, and when they're bigger, I haven't crushed the leaves yet, so they'll all be just big leaves in here. Same with the mint. So I'll just go in and
Absolutely.
rub them together.
Just
Get
put
the
a little
oils
bit in there,
activated.
please.
Make sure everything is gonna fit in a tea bag or in a steeper.
Okay, so what do you recommend then for what type of
Thank you.
That's good.
holder, I guess you could say, do you recommend? Do you recommend the old metal ones?
I have those. You can use reusable tea bags. You can use. They have these fancy new things that are kind of like tongs, but it's a spoon with holes in it. So you can actually strain it at the same time as stirring your tea.
That's cool.
You can also use the steepable teapot. Anything that you can do for a loose leaf concoction works great.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Now you just would bag it up and enjoy.
And what
Yeah.
blend? What do you call this blend?
This one I call. This one I call refresh.
Yes, this is the one we're drinking right now.
Yes, bright and
Tasty.
try and get rid of the grays of this lovely weather we had this last week.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. That is so awesome.
Oh, and as Lynn added, nettle is also high in vitamin A, C, D, and iron.
Oh,
Good to know.
perfect.
Thank you for sharing that, Lynn.
Ding, 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 ding.
Please. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, isn't vitamin A good for the eye?
Oh, vitamin A is good for everything.
100% yes.
Yes, 100. It is amazing, Tony. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And yes, 100% of our viewers today drink tea.
100%.
Yes.
So, tea with, and isn't it great that we have Tea with the Universe because tea is supplied by you for this segment.
And all segments, as a matter of fact. So
Your sister.
I would like to share that with everyone. Tea on Tea of the Universe is provided by Melissa from Hayward Eclectic. Am I
I'm letting
saying?
her have my cup.
Yes.
So if somebody wanted to get some of your blends, how could they do that?
We can go through Facebook
Okay.
at Hayward's Eclectic, or there is haywardseclectic.com. It's our website. There is a dash. It's Hay-Schwartz Eclectic, all
Yeah.
one word.
Okay.
Currently, there is no shopping option, which is unfortunate. We're working on that. But you can send us a message through Facebook, through Messenger, through
And your phone number's on there. They can give you a call.
yes. It is
Excellent.
all on there.
Do you want me to put a bit more water in this?
No, thank you, please.
I think we'll ask another question. So we will ask, yes, please. What is your favorite tea? Now, Melissa, can you tell us a little bit about each one of the ones we have mentioned up here? What are the benefits of peppermint tea?
Oh,
Go through the catalog and.
I know
sheets.
that it helps with your stomach, right? If you have an upset stomach, peppermint helps with that.
It does. It does calm that down. It helps with cough, colds. It actually helps with vomiting, so it soothes that as well.
Oh, wonderful.
And, vomiting, nausea. If you can't do like a ginger for morning sickness, it helps with all of that. It also still helps to soothe the stomach lining for like heartburn and stuff.
That's awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lynn, for keeping up with us. She has posted so graciously your Facebook pages
Look at
and
that.
stuff.
Thank you, Lynn.
We've always got someone working behind the scenes.
That's right.
Awesome.
So now tell us about green tea.
please.
Those of you that have clicked on other, please feel free to share your favorite tea in the comments.
We have green teas. There's a variety, a large, giant variety of green teas. You can get anything from the white tea, which is basically the virgin, never been touched, brand new buds of a regular green tea.
Okay.
You can get the matcha. You can get just let's see. I have Dog's Bane, which is great for your heart. I've got the Taiwan High Mountain, which is a green tea, but it's still an oolong, so it's kind of a hybrid blend. An oolong is a black tea, which are supposed to be higher in caffeine levels because they are black. It's just, there's a whole bunch of different ones, and they've got all of the natural cleansing and I'm losing words.
No, you do great.
The benefits of normal green tea, like the polyphenols and the vitamins A, C, and E, regular minerals, just to help balance the body naturally.
Honestly, if our viewers are as knowledgeable about tea as I am, then we're not even speaking the same language. All we hear is blah, 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 blah.
It's good for you.
It's good for you. And it tastes
good.
yummy. So what about chamomile?
Stop, please. Thank you.
Chamomile. It's good for when I was
Sleeping, right?
when I used to have trouble sleeping, I used to make sure I have a glass of chamomile before bed. I'm sure there's something in there. I'm good, thank you. I'm sure there's something in there to help with that.
Chamomile is for basically for anti-anxiety, anti-stress. It helps you to regulate in your body to I know some to basically acclimate to a stress level or to the anxiety so that you can process it better. It's also really good, and I think I need to make some extra today because it's really great for ADHD symptoms.
Oh,
Really helps to calm.
interesting.
One of the blends I do is called Calm, and it's a big base of chamomile with a whole bunch of other stuff in it,
Okay.
and it really does help. But when they're super excited, the tea doesn't help.
Well, that's like with any child or adult, right?
Right?
So-
Whether there's anything or not.
Is there any other tea or teas that you would like to touch on today that you feel people should know about that might not get as much attention as the peppermint or the green or the chamomile?
What about black tea? I know some friends like it's called black tea. Is that a thing?
No, baby. Thank you. Can you please? Black tea is usually called the oolongs. I actually use an Iron Buddha black tea,
Okay.
which is the be all end all until you get to like a yerba mate, which is a green tea for caffeine.
Okay, again, way over my head, but okay. So what you're saying is black tea is good for you.
It is super good. They are an oolong base. I'm just trying to find the, I have it in here, I swear.
I believe you.
So while Melissa looks for that, I'll just discuss our results. We have 20% for peppermint, 20% for green, 20% for chamomile, and 40% for other. Personally, I don't know. I like peppermint. I like green. I like calendula.
Chamomile.
What is yours?
Personally, myself, my end all and be all, I love peppermint
Yeah, me too.
with honey. With organic
I'll
honey,
try that.
peppermint and honey. That's my sorry.
Organic honey comes from Evan the Hound.
That's where we get ours, yes. Nice little plug there, buddy.
That's awesome. My parents actually have beehives on their farm too, so we get honey from them every year.
So they let you have honey?
And then we will publish, would you like more knowledge about local teas?
I would. Oh, wait.
They're gonna come to you with the knowledge. Just so you know, they're gonna be asking you about them.
I need you to stop, please, guys. Okay, finally found it.
Yay!
Perfect.
Oolong.
Yeah. This is
It helps
you.
with,
Thank you very much.
actually, it helps to boost things like osteoporosis. The immune system helps with heart disease, high cholesterol, hardening of an arteries. It also, much like a ginkgo,
Okay.
helps with
Memory
sharpening your
learning.
thinking.
That's
Yes.
And which one are we discussing?
What
again?
is this?
That is the
tea.
black tea.
Okay.
What I use is the Iron Buddha Oolong black tea. So it's
Okay.
really strong, really flavorful. However, with that one, you kind of have to brew it twice before you can drink it, or it'll get really super bitter. And
Okay.
you have to watch the time because you have a maximum of an 8-minute steep time. Then you have to throw that water out and then re-steep it for another 8 minutes, and then you can drink it.
So what happens if you don't do the maximum 8-minute, you go say to 12 and drink it from the first one? Are there health benefits? Are there not health benefits, but is it detrimental to your health?
No, it's just going to taste really, really bad.
Okay. So it's just a matter of not tasting very good.
It'll taste like burnt swamp water,
Yum.
and that's not a good selling feature.
No.
And usually when there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't like tea, I've tried it, that's usually what happens. They've oversteeped the tea, it's gone bitter, so you can't get, even with honey in it, you can't get any more of the good flavoring out of it.
Okay.
And that nice roundedness, it's just bitter and burnt.
Okay. So with our final poll, I will publish these results. I think I did. So we have 100% of people would like to know more about local teas. So again, you can find Melissa's information, contact information in the comments, but do you just want to throw it out there again for our viewers?
HaywardsEclectic.com. That's Hay, Hay dash WARDSECL.
Or you could just click on the link
How
that
would
has
you
her
do that?
name on there, and she can just chat with you that
It's
way.
way easier.
It's okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Melissa?
A large part of what I do is I do the interactions with prescription medication for a lot of our stuff, because there are things, and it's all natural stuff, it's going to interact with meds, and a lot of people are unaware of that. I just want to bring that awareness to the public. Things like the chamomile tea that we discussed, you can have it if you're on birth control, that's not a problem, but you have to wait 4 hours. You can't use the chamomile tea to take your birth control. It will cancel the effects of the birth control.
Interesting.
Same like St. John's wort, you actually can't have the two together at all. It will cancel it no matter what time you take it.
Anyways, well, you know what? That's valuable information. Do you have a chart anywhere that we could maybe share some of that information?
I am currently working on all of that with all of our stuff that I have come up with. I do with each one of my tea blends. I do have the prescription medical interactions for
That's
all of the
beautiful.
ingredients already,
That is
but I don't
absolutely
have a specific chart.
Okay, but no, that's beautiful because because as you're creating, yeah, that makes total sense. As you're creating, you're making those charts. That's beautiful, beautiful, lovely. So, Miss Cynthia, do you
Mhm.
have anything else?
I know I have a few upcoming events. However, I don't have the dates or anything in front of me. And it's definitely not before next Sunday's tea, so I can definitely share that then.
Can I do a shameless plug?
Sure, you can.
Absolutely.
The Witches Tea Night on March
20th.
March 20th. Big, awesome charity for Safe Paws Rescue Team.
Nice.
And that will be a lot of fun. There's going to be readers, there's going to be tea samples like crazy, there is going to be vendors as well, and it is at London Villas. And it is run by a very, very wonderful lady named Erica.
And for those of you that don't know, both Lynn and I will be there reading that night.
That's awesome.
So,
And another shameless plug, I will be doing most of the teas.
Yay!
so you'll see the majority of us there. Hi, Haley.
Oh, wait, Miss Haley. She had an amazing event last night. It was a crystal healing circle event that she did last night. It was amazing. I've actually been asked to speak at a Sacred Hearts Rising virtual event on the 21st. So if you want, Cynthia, I can put the link in there. People need to click on the link to be a part of that to get the
Sure.
number. So it's just about there's three of us sharing stories of growth and transformation, and that's what it's about. Going through difficult situations and how we've made it through the other side, basically.
That's wonderful.
So
I'm not sure how to close this question. Oh, well. So I'm not sure if I'm sure there's something I'm missing, but it'll come to me later and I'll be able to share it at another time. But I know that between now and next Sunday, I don't think I have anything coming up. Unless, of course, someone wants a reading or someone would love to buy a piece of my jewelry. You can always contact me at on the Weekly Wand Facebook page or Tea with the Universe Facebook page, or email me at any of my email addresses. And if you would like to be a guest, as always, on Tea with Universe, send me an email at teawithuniverse@gmail.com. And for those of you that are new, the Weekly Wand does have a YouTube channel now. So does Tea with Universe. So please follow us there. I don't know why this keeps popping up.
Or Facebook
Yes, and absolutely follow us on Facebook.
too.
Buddy.
And anything else, ladies?
I just want to say thank you to Melissa for having us over and
Yes.
showing us how to do this awesome stuff. Because I would not know how to do it if I wasn't seeing it.
No, and for giving us that information, especially with the interactions with medication and stuff. That's
Yeah.
something people
I'm
need to know.
allergic to bifenton anyway. So,
So, are we done here, ladies?
I think
Apparently, we've all drank
we've
the
all
tea.
drank the tea. Everything.
We have.
thank
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Much love and appreciation. And again, if you want to be a guest on Tea with Universe, please send me a message at teawiththeuniverse@gmail.com. Thank you for joining us. Much love.